The double time. Welcome to the Wednesday's Night Watch. We are here. I believe we're here. Let's double check, make sure we're here.
All right, let's check and make sure.
Let's double make sure. We are. I see us on Facebook. Okay.
Oh, I see on Facebook. Yeah, we are live.
Okay.
Right
Hello.
there.
Share it. I'm gonna share it right now.
Right there.
Share right now. We're doing it live right now. Do it right now. All right. Hello and welcome to the Wednesday's Night Watch, episode 140. I'm your host this evening, Mr. King Black Cherry. With me, I have Mr. Etep.
What's up, everybody? I hope everybody's having a lovely week. Sorry if we're late. Part of it's my fault. Part of it is
Be live.
what we call it. Be live. There you go.
Be live. Yep.
So I'll take half of the
They
responsibility.
should change the name to Be Late.
half of the blame. What?
Change their name to Be Late.
Hey, they forget to even put us on the air. Okay, so
Yeah, that does happen.
We're here though. We're here.
We're here right now. And
I'm the real Ant-Man. What's
Yes.
everybody doing? How's everybody doing this fine May evening?
It's going good.
It's gonna be May.
Yeah, Revenge of the 5th tonight.
I see what you did there. Well, it's actually
Cinco de Mayo.
happy. If you can read that, Cinco de Mayo. So
It is. It's both.
it is. So there you go.
Indeed,
But,
indeed.
Any Star Wars news yesterday? Anything besides the Bad Batch that came out?
Besides the fact of the real lightsaber, or the somewhat real lightsaber, the retractable lightsaber.
That was pretty sick. I need to see it live and in person though.
But
Is that the one that actually retracts?
yes.
I've heard
But-
about that.
Here's the thing about that. It's only going to be for cast members at the hotel and not to buy just yet. And
Can't
it'll be-
Just yet.
Won't you be able to buy it on the cruise?
Probably not. It's going to be only at the hotel.
Oh, I thought it was on the cruise as well.
Just the Star Wars hotel,
Okay.
which is okay, sure.
Fine. I'm sorry though. Can you imagine once they get that mass production? Can you imagine how much those things will sell? I mean,
like bonkers, hotcakes.
I mean, you
I'm
can sell
gonna
for
buy one.
500. You can sell for 500, and people will buy that for 500. For $500, they'll buy it. That's just.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can you cut a finger off with it?
No.
Okay, good. Safe for you, Pete.
what?
It's safe for you.
What do you mean?
You can't cut
Oh.
your finger off with it.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, you won't be able to cut things with it. It is purely plastic in every way, shape, or form.
I'll be like Luke Skywalker.
Does the plastic is the plastic always there, and it's the light that's filling it up, or is it
Like the LED light kind of a thing.
okay. It still looks sick though.
Is that it?
Yep,
yeah.
This is it.
Okay, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
So,
I mean, I'm guessing they have different colors too, right? Green, red.
hopefully, you would hope so.
Yeah.
But we won't know until we actually stay at the hotel and see cast members just walking around with lightsabers just casually.
So is that opening at the land or the world?
World.
Ooh,
Florida.
might have to take a vacation.
Are you gonna come down to Florida just for that, Ant?
I mean, we're talking about Star Wars here.
We were talking about a retractable lightsaber.
Exactly.
How far are you from? Actually, how far are you from Disney? From where you live now?
Well, I don't know. Probably about 6 hours.
6 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would make that trip though.
Damn straight I would.
Yeah,
You probably stay a couple days though, just to
We're
hang
talking
out.
we're talking about Disney, man.
yeah, of course.
Right.
I mean, you see this thing here? If it was made like this and it retracted, 100%,
Chris, how much you pay for that?
$200.
See, that's what I'm saying though. Like I was saying, though, 500. I can see people even buying the retractable one for 500, just because, just a feeling of I mean,
And this is a customizable one that I built there. The other ones they normally sell for 150.
And you got to pick out your kyber crystal and all that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like I mean, that's still awesome, by the way. That's still awesome. But a retractable lightsaber, I always felt like the reason why lightsabers are so cool, not just because it glowed and all that and what it can do, it's the fact that it's retractable. I think the whole cool thing when you just like pull it and then it just pops out. I thought it was one of the coolest cinematic things when Star Wars came out. And to have that as a toy or to have that as whatever, man, it'll be awesome. So,
I mean, it's like one of the toys that actually like stands the test of time because it's like this is the one. This is something that's like been around since the 60s, 69 when the first one came out.
79.
79
or 77, 77 actually, but
77 wasn't it?
70s.
Yeah.
So I mean, still that's a long time ago.
I really think the lightsabers is one of the things that made that such a popular franchise, just because no one's seen it before.
Yeah, no, it didn't. The sounds and the special effects and that fight scene between Vader and Obi-Wan the first time definitely made it epic. It was definitely, that was the first time you ever seen something like that. Now you look back at that, you're like, oh, it looks, poorly aged. But at the time, it was literally like,
But have we seen anything like it since then? I don't think so.
You talk about like something like that,
like original stuff,
like original stuff that like that can actually maybe outlast the lightsaber. I don't think there has been.
I mean, they've definitely like tried to do stuff in like movies to try to like I mean, like Matrix, you had like your bullet time stuff was pretty cool, like for effects. And then was it Want It, Chris? The one with the bending, the curving bullets. I mean, but again, that's just like those things are just like effects, like nothing like a weapon like the lightsaber. I'm trying to think of another weapon. I think
the Infinity Gauntlet glove was pretty epic and pretty.
It's cool, but it doesn't really do anything.
No, it doesn't. I mean, I'm just saying as a weapon, it's cool. It's cool still as a weapon.
The Ghostbusters like trap, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so Ghostbusters trap in the
wands or whatever that you can't cross the strings.
Pretty awesome, actually.
But again, it's not a lightsaber.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. I mean, I'm trying to think what else. Like nothing as epic as a lightsaber I could think of. By the way, what's up, Josh?
How many is a few, Josh? I need to know these things.
I'm gonna say 6.
6?
6.
Josh is our expert in Star Wars, pretty much.
He's our expert in weapons, really.
Oh yeah, he definitely is our expert in weapons, also. So,
that guy.
I'm trying to think
a lot of weapons.
I'm trying to think what I mean. I mean, it's not a weapon, but it's an object or whatever. I was gonna say the DeLorean from Back to the Future. That's pretty epic when it comes to
that's a cool
DeLorean
movie.
And the hoverboard.
Are we talking about movie props then? Like what's cool?
Props,
movie
props?
Props?
I'll say props, not weapons. I'll say props.
I mean, you could say the Lord of the ring. You could say any wand, really, in Harry Potter. Yeah. I mean, you can say things like
wands,
that.
Actually, the wands, because look at that.
The wands. That's a good one, Chris. The wands are really good.
Yeah, very good. But I'm trying to think what else. I mean, Game of Thrones. I know, like I got Jon Snow's sword.
You know what? I think the actual throne itself is the coolest prop from that.
Yes. Yeah. You got. Yeah. You're right.
The throne is sick.
Yeah, that is sick. You're right. That's a good one. I'm trying to think what else.
Terminator.
The actual robots were cool, but I mean,
there's too many of them to like actually be like, oh, this is like a definitive one here. Lightsabers, you pretty much just like, oh, let me change the color, or let me have 2 blades, or let me have 1 blade, let me have like a sword thing where it's like blade and 2 blades coming out.
It's always cool to see what they come up with too for like the next even like Ezra Bridger on Rebels. He has one that like can double as a gun. Which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Hell?
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yep. So cool. He can use it as a lightsaber or use it as a gun.
I think the Darth Maul, like his weapon.
Ninja Turtles. Those are good props.
That's a good one.
I like that. I'm gonna have to say that they made the bow, the size, and the nunchucks popular.
You know what, man? I know it's not an object, but Transformers, as like when it comes to toys back in the 80s, was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
The fact that you can have the robot and then it turns into a car, I thought that was pretty awesome as the 80s as a toy. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, even to this day,
Star
I've
Wars
seen
was
like,
really like the original boom of toys, though.
yeah, it was. Are we talking about new lightsaber? It looks kind of sweet.
Yes.
Yeah, we are actually, Scriven. We're talking about a new lightsaber that can actually retract and all that stuff. Trying to think what else that is pretty epic when it comes to weapons or toys. I mean,
Tickle Me Elmo. I mean, that's a very
The Furby,
the Furby.
Tamagotchi. But
Oh God, Tamagotchis. I had 101 Dalmatian Tamagotchi. I brought that thing everywhere with me. It was like taking care of a dog in school.
do you think there's anything that would like sell bonkers if you make it as a toy? Like anything that's sci-fi, fantasy, anything that you can think of, guys, that will be like, oh man, this is what everybody will want.
I think if you can get a real working hoverboard, people would love that.
Yeah.
Like I know they made those ones with like the two wheels that you like lean back or forward. You know what I'm talking about?
You get all the videos where they're falling off of it and things like that.
Yeah, but I feel like if they actually could get the actual like design and style that like Marty McFly had, like that would be
I agree.
That would be
100%.
dope. Yeah.
You know what's funny though? I remember as a kid when I saw Back to the Future 2, I thought that was for real. I know you figure it's special effects, but it was kind of something where you're like, oh man, like it will be cool to have that as a toy maybe next Christmas or something like that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it never happened. But yeah, that would be an awesome toy to have. The Holy Hand Grenade, I'm guessing that's from isn't that
I'm guessing
Okay.
Monty Python.
and that's what I'm thinking. Monty Python and Sonic Screwdriver.
That sounds
Don't know
like
what that
vodka and orange juice.
Yes. That's exactly what that sounds like.
Well,
Oh
okay.
man.
Hold
A
up,
life-size
guys. Let's
playable
do a
figure
video
of
game
Black
test
Widow
instead of movies.
for obvious
Is there
reasons.
Which one?
well.
Are we talking about Florence Pugh or Scarlett Johansson?
How about both?
Hey, what's going on, Dad?
Hey, how about? Oh, you know what's cool, dude? Actually, Negan's bat. I thought that's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I actually have a replica
Yeah.
of that.
Lucy
Yeah, here, let me
or
show you.
Lucille?
Lucille.
Real, yeah.
Pete's
Actually,
got all
got
the toys
Lucille
over there.
right here.
Oh damn!
Still in the box.
Well,
that
no,
real-
I opened it up and all
Is that
Here,
real
let me
barbed
pop it up.
wire, Pete?
What's that?
Is that real barbed wire?
No, I actually made a real barbed wire one time though for my Halloween costume.
Mm.
Oh,
you know what? I would say the TARDIS. And yeah,
Which one?
this
Yeah,
TARDIS
the
from
phone
Doctor
booth.
Who. Yeah.
Tarvis. Yeah, that's a good one.
Sonic screwdrivers from Doctor Who's. Okay. All right. Huh. You gonna open it up, Pete, or you?
I'm trying to open it up. Maybe it's in the other
It's
one.
okay. We can talk. We can talk about breaking news while Pete's opening that up.
I mean,
All right.
do we have
Go ahead.
anything for breaking news?
So right before we went online, or we went live, Nintendo announced a new game. It's a game garage maker or something like that, but it has basic programming stuff. It has the ability to make little micro games. So just basically a little kind of here's how to program games kind of thing, which is interesting. I don't know the price. No, Nintendo would probably be $60, but yeah, interesting indeed. Nothing really that crazy.
So
Look at that bat.
we need to show off lightsaber versus bat and see what happens.
I'm pretty sure Lightsaber will win this battle. I mean, this is Tom. By the way, this is Tom McFarlane who made this. I believe that's Tom McFarlane's.
He's the one that did all the Spawn toys and stuff.
Yes, it is. And if you can look at it, it looks like a real bat. It's plastic, but it looks like a real bat. If you look at the barbed wire, it looks also very real, too. So really cool design, very good replica, and all.
As long as I can use
so.
this as a shield, it'll be
Yes,
fine.
there you go. I just want to show you that. One of my nice little things that got us here as a in this room over here. So
The man cave. So anything else for breaking news, Anthony? You got?
No, I don't got anything else. I was just checking real quick to see if there was anything on here, but I know Resident Evil launches in 2 days. Are you excited?
Yes. I pre-ordered the game, so
It's getting very good reviews. So,
yes. So I'm happy about that.
oh, yeah, that's a cool movie prop. Forgot
Yeah.
about the shield.
Yeah. But oh yeah, the shield. Yeah, I didn't think
Hey
about that.
guys,
What's up?
sorry. Since we're showing props and all, I got to show this too. Don't worry, it's not real. It's a prop, but as you can see, it's Jon Snow's sword
That's cool.
from the
Wolfbane, isn't that what it's called?
Nah, it's not Wolfbane. It's oh geez, give me a second.
Come on,
the metal that they used when
yeah, it's Valyrian steel and all that. Like, but it's not Wolfbane. It's actually Bear Claw. I think I want to say. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But yeah. So this is another prop. Don't worry, it's not real. Look. Okay, not real. So, but yeah, I just want to show you that too, guys.
all right, pretty cool. Okay, so Resident Evil this week. Oh, totally forgot. Movie reviews are coming back starting this Friday with Wrath of Man, starring Jason Statham. I'll be seeing it in theaters Friday, and you'll probably have a review up that night. So be on the lookout for that.
Stubbs is back on.
You mean AMC A-list?
Oh yeah, the A-list. Sorry,
the A-list. Yes,
got the A-lister up here.
I'm sure you saw my video, my TikTok.
Oh yeah, Long Claw, Pete. Long Claw.
Long Claw. Thank you. I think Bear Claw.
Thank Josh.
Bear Claw.
Well,
all right. So, what is new this week in gaming subscriptions?
Chris, why you gotta catch me off guard like that?
Come on, you can do it.
So we'll start with the Xbox Game Pass because I know some of the games that are coming to there. So we have this week Dragon Quest Builders 2, FIFA 21, Outlast 2, Steep. Next week, Final Fantasy X or 10 and 10-2 HD remasters, Just Cause 4 Reloaded, and Psychonauts. Oh, and also Red Dead Online and Remnant from the Ashes. So that's what's coming to the Game Pass.
Let me ask you something. Did Red Dead Redemption 2 leave?
It did, and Just Online's coming back.
Okay.
But it was on sale for like a super cheap price either this week or last week. Oh, 5 new games for PS Now. I'm pulling those up right now. We have Neo, Streets of Rage 4, Jump Force, and I don't see the other 2 games.
Other 2 games probably going to be a mystery. Probably going to be...
Oh, there we go. Wreckfest, the PS4 version, Kingdom Come Deliverance, and Ace Combat 7 at the end of the month.
Okay. I started playing Wreckfest earlier today on my PS5.
And then, yeah, Wreckfest good. I like Wreckfest. And then Epic Game Store is a game that is a open world adventure game called Pine, and that'll be available tomorrow. Today will be your last day to get Epic Champions of the Renown Pack for Idle Champions. Dungeons and Dragons.
All right. Well, so Monday, Marvel did something interesting. You guys want to check it out? I mean, I'm sure we.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I'm sure. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. If I could play it, it'd be great. There we go.
I love being with people. It's the most incredible thing in the world.
What are you doing? Oh, this is nice.
That world may change and evolve, but the one thing that will never change, we're all part of one big family. We are Groot. next to you. He's your brother. That woman over there, she's your sister.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
That's right.
We're all part of one universe that moves ever upward and onward to greater glory.
On your left.
I've lived a lot of lives. But I'm done running from my past. We have unfinished business.
Who's we?
When you love something, you fight for it.
We're the ones who changed everything.
So, Marvel Studios just pretty much just said, here's our Phase 4 trailer for everything. And because we want to get you guys back into the movie theater.
It's kind of funny. It's Phase 4 trailer, right? And what was the last thing they showed? Fantastic Four. I thought it was kind of like,
Yeah,
I don't know if that's planned, but it seems pretty.
It's a freaking tease. That's what that is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, the rumors are back on for everyone's favorite Hollywood couple to be, Reed Richards and Sue Storm. So rumor mill's going strong on that one again.
Of course it is. Of course it is. But let's take.
I think we all want that though. Part of me, part of me wants that. I don't know if anybody else, but I thought John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic, or Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, will be awesome. I think John Krasinski kind of definitely fits that role as Mr. Fantastic, and Emily Blunt I think will be a perfect Invisible Woman. So I'm hoping that happens. I mean, it could be, but in the same time, I mean, Marvel has done pretty damn good with their casting. So whoever they choose, if it's not them, I'm pretty sure they'll make good choices for the casting. So, but yeah,
What are you gonna say, Chris?
I completely forgot, to be honest.
I'm sorry.
That's all good. But I mean, this is exciting. This is great. Like, they just came out swinging. You had last week. You had Fast and Furious guys come out and be like, "Hey, we want you to get it back into the movies."
Yeah.
And there's a sitting there talking like, "We enjoyed them. You come into the movies, so come back to the movies." And now they're having like every single Fast and Furious movie coming out leading up into Fast 9. And so now Marvel's coming out with this. But let's take a look at the dates here. I'll put this away. Black Widow, July 9th. Shang-Chi, September 3rd. The Eternals. We first saw first footage of The Eternals, and that's coming out November 5th. Spider-Man No Way Home, which Andrew Garfield says he swears he's not in the movie, or at least he says he didn't get a call. Doesn't mean you didn't. You couldn't have gotten a call, but you probably got an email, and you probably showed up on set. So there's that. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, March 25th, 2022. Thor: Love and Thunder, May 6th, 2022. Black Panther 2 is now called Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which come out July 8th, 2022.
I really like the logo for that, by the way. I like how it
Yes.
emphasizes Wakanda forever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think kind of goes to show what the movie, because you see Black Panther is almost like I feel it's going to be about Wakanda and everybody in there is besides instead of Black Panther. You know, I think it's
Well,
just.
I mean, I feel like they'll memorialize him well, but I feel
that's what I'm
like, but I
thinking,
feel
yeah.
like they're going to be like we're still going to keep it going with all the Wakandans.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Then you have the Marvels, which will star Brie Larson returning back for Captain Marvel. You also have Monica Rambeau in the movie as well. You also have Miss Marvel, who's coming up fresh off her TV show, to be in the movie as well. So it's going to be all three of them in the movie, and it comes out November 11th, 2022. Then you have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, which I thought was already filming. I wonder why it's coming out 2 years later. But that's interesting.
That is interesting.
That's interesting when Black Panther hasn't even started filming yet. But that's coming out like way ahead of time.
May storyline purposes they have to do it that way. You know what I'm
Maybe.
saying? Because I'm thinking, well, they're introducing Kang the Conqueror, who is a major villain. It could be like he might be the next big bad actually in that whole phase forward. I'm guessing because he
is Mr. Fantastic. Oh wait, what is it? Is he big in the quantum zone or wait? What's Mr. Fantastic or what's his thing? Like what?
I mean, Kang the Conqueror.
No.
Reed Richards.
Reed Richards. What?
Reed Richards. You know, I mean, he's a quantum physicist. I want to say. So yeah, I want to say.
Yeah. So I mean, that could like that movie could have. And isn't King the Conqueror like part of Fantastic Four?
He's a big villain in Fantastic Four. Actually,
there you go. I really think that might be the lead.
Actually, in the comics, he actually is related to Reed Richards. He's a distant relative to Reed Richards.
There you go.
So there you go.
Yeah, it could be like that. Could be your big tie-in into.
Yeah, he's from the future and all that stuff, and that's I guess and his that's why he goes to the past to interfere with future with events in the present and all to like help him out in the future. So yes, he's a major Fantastic Four villain,
All right.
and Avengers villain, I should say. So.
Oh, also, exactly 2 years from today. I know it's not on here, but Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will be out 2 years from today.
Yes.
So here's what I'm saying though. It's kind of like they showed a couple years, at least a year or so ago, and it's not in here. Blade.
It's going to be filming. They just actually announced this right before we went live. It's I believe it's going to start filming next year.
Okay.
And it's probably going to be a Phase 5.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Do you guys think? Now, this is theory. Do you guys think that Blade will be their first rated R Marvel movie?
July 2022. It's going to begin filming.
So then it'll be out next November, October-ish. The following.
Yeah, so that'll be
October, November.
That'll be like. Well, because the last it'll probably be like Fantastic Four. Maybe that'll be the first movie in Phase 5, like you guys were saying.
Yeah.
But let me ask you something. Do you think will be the first rated R Marvel movie, Blade?
Either that or Deadpool.
Possibly. Well, I'm kind of thinking it's going to start coming out. Like it might tie into Doctor Strange somewhat. Because, and didn't you say that supposedly they're going to introduce vampires and werewolves in Doctor Strange?
That was the rumor.
So, I mean, that's kind of almost will tie into Blade, I feel like, later on.
So, you'll probably see Ghost Rider in that.
Possibly.
But, I mean, Ghost Rider should actually have big-time ties in that because of the Darkhold.
So, let me ask you another thing. Since we're looking at all these titles, do you think Brie Larson should be a little bit angry the fact that she's almost taking a backseat to her own franchise movie, considering it's like the Marvels, not Captain Marvel anymore?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No.
I
mean, do you think Tom Holland should feel some type of way with the rest of the old Spider guys? Not
necessarily, because it's still Tom Holland's like thing. I mean, he's still the main focal point. I feel like this though, like it's all three of them are the main focal point in that movie. I don't know. It just seems to me like Yeah, I mean, she made a lot of money in the first movie. I mean, Captain Marvel made pretty damn good money. She did give bad press because of her, like some of the stuff she was saying or whatever. But overall, she did make good money. Not to say though, like it's still her movie, but in the same time, it's almost like it's not Captain Marvel 2, it's the Marvels. So
yeah,
I'm
but
not sure.
I think there's enough like room in the movie to share it. It's not like I don't
guess
think
you
it's
could
a
say
big.
that because look at but it's still like Ant-Man and the Wasp, not Wasp and Ant-Man. So
not just Ant-Man and
yeah,
I don't know,
but
they'll make it work. I mean, it's just like Avengers. I mean, all of them have their like literally the first Avengers. You got 6 Avengers who all had to have some type of screen time. Granted, Hawkeye got the point end of it, but it's still they all shared the spotlight.
Here's one for you, Pete. Like, how about like Captain America: Civil War? I mean, he had to share it with a lot of people in that one.
Still Captain America, though. It still was Captain America.
Yeah, but it was just as much a Tony Stark movie as it was a Captain America movie.
But I felt that one was a much bigger movie than the other ones.
You haven't even seen this yet.
No. I'm saying the Civil War is a much bigger movie. Like it felt like Avengers 2.0 or whatever.
It did. It did.
It really felt like
it wasn't that
like
it
introduced.
It
didn't
Spider-Man,
had
right?
that going on. It introduced Black Panther and Spider-Man.
Yeah. First
time we've seen both characters, which turned out to be huge franchise characters for them. So, yeah, like I said, I'm excited for this. It definitely looks good. I mean, it's pretty awesome that we're getting 3 Marvel movies this year, actually, alone in the next 6 months. Like, in literally not even 6 months, 4 months, we're gonna get 3 Marvel movies.
4 movies this year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, 4. You're right, 4 movies, and in a 5-month period. Yeah, no, a 5-month period because it comes out July. Black Widow. So that's pretty awesome, actually, when you think about that.
Yeah. Almost like one every month.
Yeah, great. Get us all excited. Plus, we're looking at. I'm guessing you have the special announcement that some Tom Hiddleston made today in the slides.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I just want to make point that out.
We're gonna make that Loki Wednesdays.
Okay, but yeah, I'm very excited for this. I think the lineup looks pretty damn good. Gets us looking forward to all these things that are going to come out the next couple of years and all that stuff.
Yes, very much so. Next up, I know this is very near and dear to both of you guys' hearts. The New York Knicks are in the freaking playoffs, little baby.
Woo!
Finally, man, it took me forever just to get in the.
How long has it been?
18. No, it hasn't been 18 years. It's been 8 years, but it's been 18 years since they. What was it? There was some stat about being 18 years, but
they had a good one. They probably had a winning record.
maybe. No, they had a really good winning record. The one year when they had Tyson Chandler and Carmelo and Raymond Felton.
Yeah, but maybe since they won their conference. Probably it's been 18 years since they won their conference, maybe, right?
I don't know, but it's been about 8 years because I remember the painting Avery's bedroom when Leah was pregnant with Avery, and they were playing the Celtics in the first round. So,
okay. So this is very good and exciting news for both of you.
Oh yeah,
you guys have went from, I want to say, you were hoping to get the lottery draft picks for maybe 2-3 years in a row, and you
18 years.
Well, the times where you had the really bad seasons where you guys were you only had you guys were the only team with the less amount of wins. I could say that. I don't want to say the worst team because I don't think you guys are the worst team in the league.
We were for a while though.
Yeah,
we were the
I would say we were the Cleveland Browns of the NBA.
Yeah, we were pretty bad actually. We had no direction going as a team. Honestly, I think the last couple of years we've been drafting pretty well, and definitely changed our franchise. I think Julius Randle picking him up definitely changed our whole franchise, and having Tom Thibodeau as our coach definitely changed our franchise. I mean, we got a nice nucleus of young guys, but I think Julius Randle being their main guy is really helping us out.
The oldest guy on the team is obviously Derrick Rose, but he was brought in mid-season. But going to looking at the other players that create the core of the team, they're all like under 25 years old. So
the Knicks are not a John Walker.
Wait a minute. So what he's saying is the Knicks are going to totally redeem themselves this year, right? That's what happens at the end of the story. They're going to totally redeem themselves.
I just think it's funny though, because I saw Chris posted and all that, Shannon Sharp like hating on the Knicks and all that. By the way, we totally disown Michael Rappaport and him being a Knicks fan. So
I don't take I will take Stephen A before I take Michael Rappaport on my bandwagon.
Like, here's my thing, dude. If any Knicks fan should say anything, Spike Lee. That guy's been a Knicks fan since day one, and that guy's even when they're terrible, he's still a Knicks fan. So
yep. He still reps them.
Spike Lee says, I'm down because him being a Knicks fan can say whatever you want. He's always been a solid Knicks fan. I don't know about these other guys, but to me though, I look at the Knicks like this way. I think beginning of the season, nobody really expect anything from them. I mean,
I didn't expect this at all.
No, nobody expect anything from them. Nobody expect Julius Randle to be this good too. I mean, he was good in the Lakers, but not this good.
He's playing with a chip on his shoulder, though. That's a big reason.
Yeah, nobody expect Tom Thibodeau to turn this team around. I think some of the guys, young guys, I mean, some people have certain expectations, like R.J. Barrett and all that. But let's give credit to credit's due. Knicks haven't really been signing out these big free agents like the New Jersey Nets. I mean, I'm sorry, the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets get what? They get Harden. They get help me out, guys. Kevin Durant,
Irving.
They get all these big guys. They get their big three. The Lakers always get
like a big five.
Big five. I mean,
Blake Griffin.
Blake Griffin and all that.
Kevin
you got
Durant,
Giannis in Milwaukee, who's a huge star in Milwaukee. You got like all these, big teams that have all these big stars and all that stuff.
Spike Lee is Battlestar. No, Spike Lee's a national treasure. We can't have him end up like Battlestar.
Dude, I mean, like, I like Spike because he's a real fan, dude. Like, honestly, man, I seen a guy. I'm surprised he still was a Knicks fan all these years because I figured he would have been like, screw this. He rolled in and this guy's been doing it for like the last 30 years, more like that. Because I remember back in the early '90s, he was him over there trash talking Reggie Miller back in the early and mid '90s. So.
I mean, it's just like Jack Nicholson was a fan of the Lakers.
Yeah, it's the Lakers. But here's the difference, though. Jack Nicholson seen his team win. Spike Lee has not seen his team win. That's the difference. Jack Nicholson seen a lot of his team win plenty of times. So, but yeah, like I feel like the Knicks. This is the first time you feel some sort of confidence in the team. As a Knicks fans, hopefully they can keep on building this team. Like maybe next year to get another free agent, to keep on building, keeping this team together, and continue this. Because for me though, it's not the fact that we're happy we're Knicks fans and they're winning right now. It's the fact that I feel like New York, especially being a Knicks fan, and if you ever grew up watching in the '90s Knicks, it always seemed like something special watching them play in Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? Something about playing Madison Square Garden, playing against the Knicks or Knicks playing there, it's something special. It's just playoff basketball if you look at it.
Yeah.
And I think it's good that they're back where they once was. Hopefully, we'll see.
Where do you think they will go? How far do you think they'll go?
Second round at least. I don't know if they're gonna get past second round.
I think.
But I kind of hope they get to at least the second round.
It depends on who they play. I'm not sure if they can beat the 76ers or the Nets. I know they can beat the Bucks because the Bucks don't play defense. And Giannis, he gets soft in the playoffs. So
love Giannis, but he does get soft, man.
He does. So I mean, if we can somehow get not any of those two teams in the Nets or the 76ers, we could get into the finals, but the conference finals. But I don't know. Well, let's take it one round at a time, see where we go.
All right.
They've won 12 out of the last 13 games. That's a pretty good run for any team.
I mean,
And,
unfortunately, Diane, we might have to face one of those two because, like,
well, you're gonna have to if you want to go to the finals.
well, in the second round, we'll probably face one of the two because if they're 1-2 and we're number 4, and let's say the third team makes it, we're gonna play. Yeah, we're gonna either have to play either of those teams. So unless there's a big upset, in the playoffs in the first round, but. I think the Knicks, but like I said, I can only see making the. I mean, we should definitely win the first round. I feel like I think as a team, we should at least try to make it out of the first round.
If they lose in the first round, I'll be disappointed. Not gonna lie.
Well, I won't be disappointed if they put up a fight. You know, if they put up a fight, it won't be. If they get swept, or
I'll be disappointed if they don't win the first round.
I mean, you have high expectations.
Because I got high hopes.
I mean, really, when you look at the Eastern Conference and all that, look at all those teams that are that close together. Like literally, you have they're like one game ahead of the Hawks, and then they're made 2 games ahead of like the other team. It's not really that big of a difference. So, but yeah, my expectations is them to get a second round. That's it.
All right.
If they can get if they get to the Eastern Conference, that's a huge. That's huge for them.
Oh, I won't hear the end of it from both of you.
I mean, I won't be that bad, but
I will.
Ant won't be that bad. I won't be that bad.
But anyway,
if the Jets, man, will be a different story. But
anyway,
Jets making the Super Bowl might be a different story, but
it's still pretty exciting news nonetheless.
Oh no, it's great. It's great news. So great news for New York.
So congratulations to
thank you.
guys.
Well, we're not in the playoffs yet. Let's get to past the first round. Then you can congratulate.
They're in. They just gotta solidify their position, but
they're officially in though, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's 100%. They're in.
Okay, cool.
All right, moving on. So Warner Brothers is looking for a black Superman and director. This freaking title thing doesn't work, so I'm just going to say it. So yeah, Warner Brothers is looking for a black Superman and director for their next film, which is produced by J.J. Abrams.
Isn't it already Michael B. Jordan?
No, he hasn't fully committed to the role yet. He pitched them idea years ago, and then they turned him down, and now all of a sudden they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to start doing this again."
You have any thoughts who should be?
No, mostly because of the fact that I don't want it to happen.
How come?
For me, I've always seen Superman as being a white guy, so why not just continue him being a white guy?
It's a different character, though, right? I mean, he's Superman, but it's not Kal-El, right, or whatever.
From what Mr. Andy Signor is saying in his last video that he put out 4 hours ago, it would be Kal-El, Kal-El. So
my feelings of this, so I don't mind diversity when it comes to in comic stuff. But I feel like
it happens all the time.
There's diversion, there's forced diversity. If you understand. There's scenes where I feel like certain characters, there's plenty of characters in DC Comics and Marvel you can make into big stars, which are diverse, Luke Cage, Blade. There's plenty, and DC there's plenty other. I forgot the Green Lanterns, but there's plenty of characters I feel like can build up or make new characters.
Isn't it John Stewart? Isn't that the
John Stewart?
Green Lantern?
Stewart.
Yeah. That's I hear that's the best.
Or Cyborg.
I haven't read it, but I heard John Stewart's the best one of the Green Lanterns. It's his stories.
Yeah,
his story,
exactly.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of characters, and I feel like sometimes I understand that Hollywood's trying to get more diverse with their movies and all of that. That's fine. You can do that. But it's fine in a sense that you tell a good story and it makes sense. Not try to force things and say hey, oh yeah, this, let's do it this way, or let's do it that way. It doesn't work that way. It never works.
Like the end of WandaVision.
Yeah, prime example.
Which they already confirmed the fact that Doctor Strange was actually supposed to be in the show, but they wrote him out, so that it kind of explains how the fact it was so not even. So that makes sense.
Yeah, when I heard that, I was kind of like, I mean, don't make excuses.
To me, you're ruining the story to have diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
this, yeah.
Yeah, because he's the Sorcerer Supreme who was taught by a female, by the way. Let's just throw that out there. Yeah. His master, he's the Padawan of a female, the Ancient One. And so we don't want him to save the day because he's a male. We don't want him to come and save Wanda. Like, come on. But it makes sense for him to come and save Wanda. He's the supreme sorcerer. I mean, you're
you know what's funny though? Like, okay, so prime example, Black Panther. Black Panther is a character that came out, I think, in 1969. It's created by Spike Lee. And look,
Stanley,
yeah.
That'd be pretty old.
Stanley, yeah. But so created by Stanley in 1969, and he wrote him as a character where, like, he was, his kind of extremely advanced, and he was extremely intelligent. He has all these great attributes, king, and all these other things, right? I mean, he was a badass, and it worked. It worked at that time. Not because they decided to, like, hey, let's, create this character. Let's make it. No, he just thought of that idea and created that character.
Yeah.
Look at the movie. Look at what Black Panther did in the box office in this country. It did it because they actually did it right. They actually said, hey, this is Wakanda. This is exactly like the comic books. This is T'Challa. And look how much it did. It almost did $1 billion, literally in this country alone.
I thought it did $1 billion. You're talking about the box office in this country. Okay,
only in domestic box office alone.
Okay.
It goes to show that it actually can work if you actually take a character, regardless of what diverse, female, male, what race, what religion, doesn't matter. Take a character, do it exactly like the character was written, and push it and all that, and that's all you need to do as anything, because the story will tell itself.
Yeah,
I would agree with that. Spike Lee's interpretation of Wakanda would be interesting.
It would be interesting. And I think that's the thing. Like, I feel like if you just go by that with any comic book character, and like I said, you can build, like, there's plenty of small characters out there that you can make into big stars from the comic books. If just write it right, there's plenty of interesting. Like the X-Men had tons or diverse characters, so you can make it to big stars if they wanted to. Guardians of the Galaxy, look at that. That was a small little, whatever. Look how big become stars. I just feel like you don't want to start changing things just because you're trying to be more diverse in your movies, because I think it's not going to work out. It doesn't work out right. It doesn't feel natural. It doesn't feel like it's organic. It's not organic at all. And that's my only thing, because I'm all about story and I'm all about telling stories. And I think, by going this, it doesn't feel natural. So for me, just focus on, there's plenty of characters. Look at the history of comic books. Look at DC, Marvel, both of you. Look at your history. Look at all the characters you have. If you have to rehash a character, go ahead and rehash it. If you have to build a character, go ahead, but there's plenty of characters you can go tell a story. Like, hell, man, I'd love to see a Luke Cage motion picture, because I think Luke Cage is a great character, and at one point he's a leader of the Avengers and all that stuff because he's a great leader. So there's plenty of characters and all that you can do and tell a great story, and people will pay money to see it. So
another thing about it is the fact that, like, yes, Black Panther came out when surge of public protests and racial inequality. Yeah, that happened, but also as well, look at the movie at its standpoint by itself. That movie can stand on its own and do very well, and doesn't even have to be connected with anything else.
Absolutely.
That's the story can be told from the villain's point of view, and you can see it from that guy's view, and you'd be like, you know what? I actually kind of see where you're coming from, and I actually kind of on your side about it, but you're going about it the wrong way, kind of like how they did with Falcon and the Winter Soldier through that whole entire series.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's the fact that you take a story, like, I can't wait for when we have a live action Miles Morales story, because I think that story is actually really awesome and cool, and I know it'll actually it is something that is it is diverse, mostly because the fact Miles is a Latino mom and a black dad, so there's diversity right there, and the story that they could tell in there between the Spider-Man game that I've played on PlayStation 5 and between the story that we saw in Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse, you have stories you can tell, and actually be received very well.
Which is probably the best Marvel animated movie ever.
Yes.
So
yeah, I would say so because I can't think of anything else and all that stuff.
And so
I can't think of anything that combines.
You take a character a black character, a diverse character. It doesn't matter if it's black or not, Spanish, doesn't matter. You take a diverse character, you build a story around that character to make it kind of like what Black Panther did. That's your goal, to make the Black Panther money. If you make Black Panther money with a character that no one really knows about and no one really thought could exist on screen, you put that on the screen and it's actually good, you can make Black Panther money.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, absolutely, 100% agree. And that's the other thing too. It's like it's storytelling because you take the character and, like I said, like Black Panther the movie, it's not really anything that they haven't like. I mean, that story that character's been around for 30 years almost at the time, way more than 30 years, and it's always like in that story, like straight up, like the comic books, Wakanda's an advanced civilization. They have vibranium. Black Panther, it's been passed down that mantle through generations. I mean, it's kind of something where you've seen it and all that. That's why it's so funny though, because when I see, it's such a shame though when Chadwick died, not because he's a great actor, a great person, all that stuff. Everything about him is, but also the fact that story, the child story, kind of ends in that sense because there's so much to tell with that story. Mm-hmm. I mean, like I said that before in the show. He becomes like he gets these powers called the king. He's like the king of the dead at one point because he has the power to raise like the command the dead and all that stuff and go like talk to it's like such cool stuff. At one point, actually, even in the comics, he actually has the Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, it's pretty like awesome stuff and all that he does in this. And there's plenty of great stories. He marries Storm, him and Storm like marry in the comic books. A lot of great stuff. His war against Namor and all that stuff, and Doctor Doom. So there's plenty of stories to tell with T'Challa, and that's what makes him such a great character in the comic books. And I feel and it's warranted too. It's not something where you feel like, oh no. It's actually warranted because how great of a king he is, how intelligent he is, how he has all these great, what makes him a great character. In some ways, he's almost like Bruce Wayne in a sense in Marvel because of that.
Yeah.
He has those he has those characteristics where like he's almost like ahead of everybody else. And I think that's why, as a character, like that's what makes that character work so well, and because of that. So,
and yeah, Sam Wilson is an awesome Cap. And like we seen it in the last episode of The Falcon and Winter Soldier, where he pretty much just calls people out on their shit and be like, "Hey, you have the power to do this, but you don't. Why not?" So I mean,
I'm interested to see where they go with it in Captain 4.
Yeah.
Which they haven't announced a date for that.
Is that
too.
alcohol,
So
Chris?
I don't know if it's going to go Phase 5.
What you talking about?
Dang, that doesn't even sip.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I guess maybe that's going to be Phase 5. I'm going to guess Captain America 4. That's my guess. I don't know.
Be Blade.
I'm thinking you're right though. I think Phase 5 for sure.
Dude, what I'm waiting for like Marvel is X-Men, dude. Because if X-Men like comes in, dude, X-Men was the biggest, get actually when you think about it. Because you think of all the X-Men characters, seriously, that you can make actual movies out of.
X-Men is really its own universe. Like when you think about how many characters they have.
Because you can make a movie out of Wolverine, Gambit, Bishop, Storm.
Do you think they will actually make individual movies, or they'll just make one and call it kind of like X-Men, kind of like they did with Guardians?
You can make one, but I'm saying that's something you can actually even splinter later on if you wanted to. Because I think seriously, even though they're a great team, and but when you think about Wolverine can have his own movie, of course. Deadpool has his own movie. Storm.
They could actually have TV shows.
Yeah.
I would say that they'll splinter off them TV shows, and then the movies will be them coming all together and doing something together.
Well, I'm kind of want to read more of their new stuff. Actually, they're doing the comic books because they now like supposedly they're actually like Professor X and Magneto and everybody is actually in one like nation called Krakoa, and they live there. All the mutants live there, and they're kind of trying to separate themselves from humankind right now. But it's cool because it's literally bringing back all the X-Men characters. They can actually resurrect X-Men character, Munis, right now in that whole series. So I think it's really cool and all that. It kind of expands that whole universe.
New
And
Hawkeye
like I said,
and Black Widow movie would be cool. Hawkeye is going to be his own TV show, and Black Widow movie comes out in July. So, and I think they said after Hawkeye TV show, I think Jeremy Renner's done, and it's going to be passed on to Haley Steinfeld, I believe her name is.
Haley Steinfeld, good job, man.
Yep.
And if you don't know her, she's in the fantastic Transformers movie called Bumblebee. Awesome movie.
Very, very underrated, man. Honestly, dude, that's one movie that
she's in Pitch Perfect.
Talk about. What's that?
Pitch Perfect?
Yes, Pitch Perfect.
Like the singing movie?
Yes, that one.
She also was in.
She's not too young to be in that?
No.
Oh, that's weird. She seems like really young.
She was also in the one with Jeff Bridges. What was it? What was that movie with Jeff Bridges? The cowboy movie?
Jeff Bridges, Dumb and Dumber. No, that's not Jeff Bridges. That's
True Grit.
True Grit, thank you.
Jeff Bridges. What's that movie called with Tommy Lee Jones in him? Blown Away?
Yeah, Blown Away. Yeah, there you go.
I was thinking R.I.P.D.
I don't even think she was born when the Blown Away came out.
What's that?
I don't think that Haley Steinfeld was even born when Blown Away came out.
I don't think she was born when that movie came out. That was like 95, I want to say. 94, 95.
Blown Away came out in 94. And Haley...
No, she wasn't born. No way.
She was born in 96.
You guess.
She's older than I thought, though.
Well, 24, right?
Yeah.
And here we go.
24 after turning 25, actually.
Yeah. Oh boy! Tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Tomorrow.
Trailer?
I don't know.
Yes.
I know an announcement. They're going to cancel it. They're canning it. It's done. Good night.
So, a video dropped on their YouTube page. You can go take a look. It is pretty much nothing but screens. Actually, we'll show you. Here. I'll just share my screen. No, I'll actually put it here. But it seems like a trailer is going to be coming tomorrow, actually. And if it comes tomorrow, that means we're going to get season 4 this year. I mean, finally.
You think it's going to come out this year, or do you think it's next year?
This year.
Really?
I hope.
Halloween?
Maybe July. They did do a July.
You think that early?
They did do a July one.
No, they did.
But did they do July because it took place around Independence Day?
Yeah.
And then they did the one season on Halloween because it took place during Halloween?
Yeah, they did.
So it's snowing here, so I don't think we're going to get it till snow.
But it's in Russia.
That's true. It's always snowy in Russia.
When doesn't it snow in Russia? So,
I mean, here's my question: how old are the kids now?
but they don't really show too much. It's just these things going on here. So, in the description of the video, due to technical difficulties, Hawkins National Laboratory will be closed until further notice. We will be back in service tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's it.
9 a.m. tomorrow. Let's see.
9 a.m. tomorrow.
Wait, Josh has never seen Stranger Things? Come on, Josh.
True.
Come on, Josh. Come on.
I mean, it's not necessarily for everyone.
How do you think kids are going to look in this? Because I'm kind of like almost.
But Josh was born in the '80s, so he's an '80s kid. It's for him.
It is. But yeah, how do you think the kids look now, man? They got beards and all that. I mean, I feel like they're.
Well, I mean, Lucas looked like a full-grown ass man in the last one.
Lucas was just in Concrete Cowboy, and that dude looked like freaking. He's like almost getting a beard like mine. I'm just like, okay.
I mean, Will still looks like Will, and Dustin still looks like Dustin. But I mean,
Yeah.
Lucas was definitely the one that was looking the oldest.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. It's kind of like Cobra Kai, dude. Like, you'll be surprised, like, how these guys are, like, you know, the funny thing about it, I wasn't, what's the main kid's name?
Mike?
No, not Mike. The main kid. Oh,
Will?
from Cobra Kai.
Talking Cobra Kai. Which kid? Oh,
Miguel,
Robbie?
Miguel, right?
Oh yeah, Miguel.
Yeah, he's like the youngest of that cast. He's only, I think, 18 or 17 or 18, I want to say. Where everybody else, like Samantha or whatever, she's like 20-something, 22 or 23.
That's crazy because she looks young too.
Yeah, she does. And then, yeah, but I was saying Miguel's like the youngest when I looked at their
Josh
age.
is going to tell me he's never seen Cobra Kai.
Oh, God, that's terrible.
Is it? I haven't seen it.
Come on,
That's a great
Chris.
show, man. It's a really good show to watch. Definitely a good binge watch.
Yeah, it is.
But I feel you have to watch the first Karate Kid. to
She's
kind of
24
get that.
years old.
What?
24.
Samantha, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Daniel
You wouldn't think
LaRusso,
that she has a baby
59
face.
years old. He doesn't even look 59. Holy smoke. Daniel's son.
How about Johnny? Johnny's like 50-something, right?
Johnny is 55. Wow. Daniel was 4 years older than Johnny. I would have never.
Yeah, like looking at him, watching the movie, you think Johnny was older
Yeah,
than him.
that's crazy. Robbie Keane. He's 22. Miguel is 19. Peyton List, who plays Tori, she's 23. So yeah, most of them. Dude, how old's John Kreese? 75. Holy smoke!
Damn. John Kreese is 75.
Dude, he looks good for
Damn.
his age.
Yeah, he does. How about the kids from Stranger Things? How old are they now, man? They're in the 20s already?
Look,
Yeah, they're in their 20s.
Oh, God.
All of them are in their 20s.
That's crazy. That makes us
Millie-
feel old,
Millie
man.
Bobby Brown is 17.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, born February 19th, 2004.
Wow. Okay.
Mike is 18.
Okay.
Dust-
Maybe.
Dustin is 18. Where's Lucas? He is 19.
Wow.
Is there anybody else that's a Max? Let's see how old she is. 19. And then you have the other, like the upper age kids that like their siblings.
20s.
So you had Nancy, she's 26. You had
Jesus Christ.
Jonathan Byers, he's 27. Robin, who worked at the Scoop, she's 22. And then Billy, Max's brother, he's 26. And then Steve the Hare Harrington, 29. Oh yeah, and we forgot Will. Will is Will's 16. Will's actually okay. He's the only one that passes the test.
Wow.
Dude, well, Steven, like you said, the hair, it's 29.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. How old's what's her name? How old's Winona Ryder? 50s, I'm guessing.
Winona Ryder is, what's your guess? Let's hear guesses, guys.
53.
49.
49 exactly.
Wow.
Boom.
All right.
How about
Damn.
David Harbour?
48.
Like a 47.
46.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Close.
Younger than I thought.
All right. Well, be on the
Anyways.
lookout for that. Yeah. Tomorrow, we'll see what's happening with Hawkins. We'll see. Also, as well, Quiet Place Part 2 trailer dropping tomorrow as well. Final trailer. The movie will be out May 28th. So be on the lookout for that.
May 28th, man. That's just around the corner, man.
Yep.
Would you say this is the big movie to go to the theaters right now?
Well,
Are you
you got Wrath of Man coming out Friday, which I'm going to go review. You have Spiral coming out.
Jason Tatum, right?
Yes, you have Spiral coming out next week with
Okay.
Chris Rock and Samuel
That looks
Jackson.
really good.
And also as well next week as well would be Those Who Wish Me Dead with Angelina Jolie will be coming out next week as well. And then that was the 14th. And the 21st, I don't know what's coming out the 21st, but I know the 28th will be this one.
That's the May movies.
Yeah, that I could think off the top of my head.
I mean, really, the biggest movie is probably Black Widow, though, right? In July. I mean, that's probably the big blockbuster movie.
Fast and Furious.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know. After seeing that trailer, I'm not like.
But you
didn't realize you're going to go see it.
You're right. You're right. There's people out there that might want to see him go to space. I get it, but
I might actually rent out the whole theater and just bring 20 people along with me, or 19 other people.
No, so So this is something where I know this has nothing to do with these movies, but it actually might have some connection. So I know you saw the UFC had a sold out crowd over there in Orlando the other day, and I heard AEW. Yeah, AEW is going to have our full capacity in there for the next pay per view, which comes out on May 30th. So do you think the theaters are going to start pushing, or at least in Florida, are going to start pushing full capacity pretty soon? In Florida?
I don't know. They're still doing the thing where it's still like the 6 feet, and it's still you have to wear the mask and whatnot. So I don't know. And then again, I haven't been to the theater in a couple of months, but I don't think anything's really changed too much. But I know the AMC that I normally go to is only open 3 days a week. So that's also
the one in Westfield, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. They're only doing 3 days a week.
Well, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
And the reason I say it's interesting though, because the most hours you're going to get as an employee is 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's 3 8-hour shifts. Like that's
a part-time job. I'm guessing.
I get it. It's just like I don't know. It sucks for people that actually want to work 40 hours a week, and that's their job of choice.
But other AMC theaters are open during the week. It's just that theater is only open 3 days a week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I wonder how they afford the rent, like at the mall.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess when they open back up more, they'll be like opening up more hours and whatnot. But right now, I'm just like, oh my god, how can you guys stay open?
I mean, do they have any stores anymore? I feel like they don't have any stores anymore, right?
I haven't been there in a while, so I don't know. Is this thing printing out?
There's a rumor that actually supposes a rumor about our mall that Amazon's going to buy them out.
And use it as a warehouse.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, they're still going to have the theaters and all that stuff, but
Justice, who works at theaters these days? These two gentlemen, right?
Well, we used to work at theaters.
Used to work at theaters.
We used to, long time ago, actually. This days, I don't know, but I gotta admit though, when we used to work in a theater, it was pretty fun though. It was definitely good times, right, Ant?
Oh yeah, good times.
So, like I said though, I hope that theaters fully reopen. Hopefully in the next few months. I always felt like it's been fun to go into theaters. Also, it's a good job. It's a good first job for a lot of these kids out there who wants to go work, to me, good way to start working. So hopefully that happens soon because hey man, I love to go back to the theaters again and watch a good movie. So
release some day one for me on my 4K television. I'm good with that.
Come on, bro. Come on. Come on.
You're not gonna go see Black Widow? You're gonna pay that $30 and not see Black Widow?
I'm gonna pay $30 either way. I'll sit in the comfort of my own house and I get to watch it multiple times.
Bro, the whole point is going out there, experiencing that.
I think Josh agrees with me on this. I think I see the comment section. 4K surround sound in my own house on my comfy ass couch.
The reason why
you don't get the experience
because he bought that, he had you help you get that surround sound for you, bro. So he wants you to put good use to that.
Go ahead, Chris.
Only thing that you're gonna miss what we just watched with the Marvel thing, where the audience reaction to something awesome happening on screen. You hear a whole bunch of people around you cheering. We had that same exact experience when we saw that movie.
That's
Right
true.
along.
That's true.
So
you know what? You know what else I'll miss though? When we went to go watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, people talking behind us the whole damn movie.
Oh my god, yeah. They're like first 20, it's like 10 or 20 minutes of the movie, man. They wouldn't shut up.
Huh?
I was getting pissed.
You went to the wrong theater. I can't
That's
change that.
true. That was poor Charlotte. I agree with you. Poor shithole.
Yeah, but dude, that was pretty annoying, dude. I was like, what the hell, man? Like, really? You know, like in the beginning of the movie too, man. So, but I gotta admit though,
don't get me wrong, guys. I enjoy the movie, the theater experience. But if I have the choice to spend the same amount of money or less and have it day one at home, I'm gonna do day one at home.
and Josh, that is very nice. Don't hate people. Some people are cool. Some people are cool, but. Here's my thing though when it comes to movie experience. I think it definitely enhances the movie experience when you watch it in the theater, especially
Depends
like
on the movie.
Day. Was that?
Depends on the movie.
Dark Knight was definitely an awesome experience to watch in the theater.
I do enjoy watching comic book movies in the theater. In fact, that was almost all I went to the theater to watch.
Dude, I'm sorry though. When we watch Infinity War, and people were like when they're getting like dusted, they're all getting dusted. I mean, I remember people's reaction like, "What?" They're like, "Black Panther, no!" And they're like, "Spider-Man, no, not him!" Like you hear people like cry, dude. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to see, dude. That's what I want to see, dude. It's like, you know, and I mean, I kind of figured it's gonna happen, but I didn't, you know, not like that. But it's such a cool experience to watch, and I think.
Do you think watching episode 7 in the theater and all like the call outs it like was why maybe when we first watched the movie we thought it was better?
Yes.
Than it actually was.
100%.
And then when we went and watched it at home and we actually were like, oh, you know, this movie's not as good as what I just watched in the theater.
I don't know.
Because it was cool when they showed like the Millennium Falcon. Everyone was cheering. Everyone was cheering when they showed like Han and Chewie. Everyone was cheering when they showed Carrie Fisher. And I mean, like I feel like that was like you know, it was like a pretty rowdy crowd and like a lot of clapping and stuff like that. So I feel like kind of added to it. Then you watch at home, you don't have any of that. You're actually paying attention to the movie. You're like, okay, this is actually kind of bad. Like, what was I watching?
I don't know.
But hey, I'm actually defending your guys watching the movie in the theater and saying it's a better experience.
It's a better experience, and you should just go ahead and just be like, oh, let me see where I can find the IMAX theater closest to me, and just go see it in IMAX.
I gotta admit though, like when me and Chris watched Hobbs and Shaw, that's a really fun experience. Those seats were nice.
Amazing.
Like, that was a great little theater, man. We went to over there in St. Pete, I believe, or Tampa, I should say.
Tampa. Yeah,
Tampa. That was a great experience, man.
Let me see what I got over here. Let me see what I'm not gonna watch Black Widow in the theater. It'll probably be Shang-Chi would be my first experience back. But
really, not gonna watch Black Widow.
Why not just go ahead and do Jungle Cruise and just leave it at that?
There you go, The Rock.
I actually really want to see Jungle Cruise.
See, there you go.
There you go,
let's see, movie theaters close to me.
The fact that you've been there for like what 2 or 3 months and you don't know what movie theaters are close to you.
They're not open.
What do you mean they're not open?
The closest one that I know of isn't open.
Oh wow.
Oh really?
There is an AMC Classic in Bethlehem.
AMC Classic. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Chris, you got to come up here and scope them out for me and let me know, man. I know you're the movie theater guy.
Oh, that didn't sound too good for me.
Where's here? Let me just look it up because for some reason it's not giving me a website.
Just go to Fandango and just type in your zip code.
Here we go. Bethlehem, Georgia. Oh, little town of Bethlehem.
You live there? That's where you live at?
No, I don't live in Bethlehem. That's just the closest one.
So how close is Bethlehem compared to like here?
Bethlehem is this theater would be. Let me see. This is the story of a girl. 10 miles from me.
Okay, 10 miles.
10 miles. It has real 3D. It has Big D. We all know I love the Big D.
Definitely love the Big D, man. That's definitely given.
It's a premium large screen format auditorium that offers dimensional sight, dynamic sound, and deluxe seating.
Debbie is DM in the Atlanta area.
Debbie is DM in the Atlanta area. There you go. There is a. Do you know what Regal Cinema is? Because there's a Regal, but I would rather stay away from them. Because I'm not a big Regal fan.
Well, okay. The Regal in Port Charlotte sucks. I'll give you that. But there are better Regal ones out there.
Oh, there is a AMC Colonial 18 that is in Lawrenceville. Does this one sound a little more promising?
Yes,
where's that at?
Colonial 18? I got you. Hold on, let's see here. This
one's in Lawrenceville, which is it's about 12 to 13 miles away.
They're open. I see no IMAX. I don't see IMAX.
Why can't I get IMAX up in here?
Huh.
Oh, they got recliners though. Look at them things. That's what I'm talking about. Now we're talking artisan films. What is this, like an artsy fartsy like place?
Yes.
The heck?
But they also show Sarasota does the same thing.
Oh, okay. So far the Big D is it's winning.
All right.
All about the Big D, huh?
There's the Sugarloaf Mills. There we go. That's not too far away. Sugarloaf Mills 18, Chris. Another AMC. Man, I might have to be a A-lister, huh?
What did you say? Sugarloaf Mills?
Yep.
Sugarloaf Mills.
I see it. Here we go. Sugarloaf Mills.
Yeah, there is IMAX ones there.
Oh, look at that. Dolby Cinema.
There's are you by Bufford, Georgia?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a Regal Mall of Georgia and IMAX.
Dude, that mall is redonkulous. It is like one of the biggest malls I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
Yeah, there's like parking underground and like parking like above it.
It is IMAX with laser. Whoa. Is even okay, let me go to this thing here.
What's an AMC dine-in?
Oh, it's like Cine Bistro.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go, man. There you go.
They have a Cine Bistro over here too. Movie Tavern Tucker. That scares me. Yeah, I got some theaters around here though.
Yeah.
Hey, Shauna, I see you watching. Why don't you comment, Shauna?
I got some choices. What's a GTC movie?
No idea what that is.
Oh God, if that's the front of the place, it looks like I'm going back into the 1800s to watch movies here.
1800s. Were they in theaters even around the 1800s?
They were.
Yeah, Shauna, quit being super late. All right?
Pete.
Watching
that Shakespeare.
What?
It's like watching Shakespeare.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm actually gonna have Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans reenact their scenes on a stage for me.
This is better. No, you weren't.
It's the Georgia Theater Company. Pete, calm down.
I am calm. I'm very calm. How you doing, Shauna? What's up, Shauna?
What did I say the name of it was?
The mall one?
No, the GTC.
I don't know.
It was University Cinema because it's by UGA.
University of Georgia.
The Bulldogs, baby.
Oh yeah,
that's my team,
man.
That's his team now.
Yeah, that's my team.
Oh, let's talk about this.
So, Wednesdays are now going to be called Loki Wednesdays.
So it looks like every Wednesday we'll be reviewing it. So
Mhm.
sorry, guys. You guys need to get on it early. Are you
Wait a
getting
minute, hold up.
spoiled?
Hold up. I'm sorry. I think Sean's asking me a question. Do you want a grilled hot dog? Is that a trick question?
Do you want
Yes.
Only
wanna-
if it's a big D.
a big D grilled hot dog? A
I'm all
grilled
about big
big hot D.
It's a big D. The
Yes,
big
a
D.
grilled hot dog will be perfect. I love grilled hot dogs. If that's what you're offering,
Big
Sean,
grilled
sure.
hot D.
Oh yeah. Maybe I'll drive to South Carolina to watch a movie.
No.
That's a far ass drive, man. Are you crazy?
No, it's not. I'm only like an hour away from South Carolina.
Really?
This just to watch a movie, bro.
Dude, you should go to Myrtle Beach, man. Myrtle Beach is pretty awesome.
That's on the coast. I'm not an hour away from Myrtle Beach.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind.
All right. Anyway, so Marvel changes.
Well, look, hey, Sean, I'm doing a show right now. I can't eat a hot dog right now. You're gonna have to.
Sure you can. Just shove it in there, Pete. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Sorry, Chris. I'm sorry.
Marvel Studios changes the release date for Loki to June 9th, and every episode will come out on June 9th, because I'm assuming because all the movie theaters are opening back up and all the movies coming on Friday, so they have some content coming out on Wednesday. So they won't be competing what's going on in the movie theaters. So Wednesdays we will be doing Loki in review.
I also have other reasons why
What's your reason?
it moved. I agree that it's not competing with movie theaters. I also feel that having it being in the middle of the week, you have better water cooler talk at work. Because if you watch it Friday night, you don't see your buddies until Monday.
I think Chris hit the nail on the head.
No,
And
it's definitely the theater.
They don't want to compete with the movies that come out on Friday.
I mean, okay, so I'm not doubting what you're saying. It's I could see that. But also as well, some people don't usually watch them like the day of when they come out, like the Friday night. Or some people. Like I have one guy who is just now getting into the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and he's just like he's watching it while he's at work. Well, he's watching it while he's on lunch break at work. So it's just like, but then after every episode, it's like, man, that was crazy. What freaking John Walker did to that dude, like freaking decapitated him. I'm like, yeah. It would be awesome to see if you watched it like when I watched it, but it's all good.
Let me ask you something though, and now that it's coming on Wednesdays, will that interfere with you watching it that day, or should
I'll watch it on my lunch break.
Okay. That's good.
I like watching stuff on my lunch break. It gives me something. I get an hour, so
yeah.
So it fits very well in my lunch break. So it's very good. Andersonville is a lot further south than I am, Josh. I'm closer towards Gainesville, Georgia, the home of the greatest wrestler in wrestling today, AJ Styles. Oh, really, Pete? You're gonna argue with that?
I'm not going to argue with that, but I think it's funny.
How many times you change wrestlers, man?
Yeah, that's why you're like a fan of. How about Seth Rollins?
You got to admit. No, I mean, but like Seth is good, but AJ is probably the best wrestler right now in the business.
You didn't say that like a few years ago.
Yeah, you were like, "Oh, Seth, man, I got the Rollins."
Yeah.
Seth,
Rollins. Yeah, that's all you about, man.
I do embrace the vision, and in fact, I embrace. So does Chris Jericho. Obviously, he had his little drip suit going on at the Kentucky Derby, copying Rollins. I get it.
And the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks copy Rollins too.
Yep, I know. Yeah, they were wearing his jacket. He even said his jacket broke the unwritten rule or whatever.
But the Forbidden Door, you mean?
Yeah, the Forbidden Door. There you go.
No, I think Kenny Omega's the best wrestler, but that's my opinion.
Of course he is, because he's on AEW. That's what Pete does. See?
That's what you do.
I mean,
anyway,
weren't you all about Ricochet as well? And then that just, woo.
I like Ricochet. Yeah. He does need to learn how to tell a story in the ring, but I like Ricochet.
He's a great athlete, man. Though
you know who's probably one of the most improved wrestlers right now? Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews is doing a great job with his new gimmick that he's doing. So
Okay.
Wait a minute, hold up. Speaking of wrestling, though, just kind of like you know, I mean, I know supposed to talk about Loki. There's a big guy, a major superstar that has not re-signed with a contract with.
It's a work, Pete. It's a work.
It's a work. It's a work.
It's a work.
Daniel Bryan has not signed with the WWE, and that's major.
It's a work.
Oh, so if he jumps into AEW, you don't think that's a major?
It is major, but it's not. He's not, dude. It's a work.
My question is, so what else does he have to do? What else do he have to do in WWE? You know, like
he has
what
to
else?
he has to go to NXT and elevate the talent.
Why? That's a step down.
Oh God, here we go. And so, dude, so is going to AEW. So, anyways, let's go ahead and move along.
The war of words continue when it comes to wrestling between me and Ant. It continues. Anyway, Loki, Wednesday nights.
Wednesday nights. Be on the lookout for that. We're going to review every episode when it comes out. I don't even know how many episodes they're going to be, but yeah.
It says 6, right?
Is there 6? I don't know. We'll see when it ends. It ends.
6, I believe.
Okay. So after, there you go. That one works. After Xbox and Discord kind of make a deal, they make a deal with PlayStation, but it's not they're not buying them out. It's more like you can have the Discord chat in with PlayStation. That should be coming next year.
Correct. Did they say like what the extent of the integration is going to be?
No, I'm assuming it's just be like chat wise.
Okay. Good. There's already like Xbox integration into it as well, so like you can invite your friends and stuff right from there if like you're on the PC Xbox.
But PC Xbox, it's not like saying like a console kind of a thing.
Yeah, you can see what I'm playing. That's about the extent right now of what they have on the console.
Yeah, because like, I mean, right now it would have been great because Xbox needs to figure out their party chat system. Because when I'm playing on my PC and I'm trying to talk to you and you're playing on your Xbox, we can't talk for some reason.
It was weird. I don't know what was going on with that.
Yeah, and that's not the first time this happened. So I'm like, what is this?
Oh, look, you know what, Chris? Though, hold on a second. Speaking of Xbox, somebody below you is welcome into the family.
I knew you were gonna do this. I knew it. it.
So,
Pete's welcome to the family.
Pete, you have to explain yourself, sir.
No, there's no explanation. A mutual friend of ours by the name of Rhino, where he says, "Oh, well, are you interested in $300 Xbox?" And I'm kind of like, for $300, like why not? For $300 for a new system, why not?
Wait, pause. Are we talking the Xbox Series X?
S.
Series S. Okay.
Yeah. So
still for $300, I can.
So, anyways, this is what I was gonna get at. But anyways, welcome to the family. But
it's not a done deal. I don't have it in my hands, bro.
So me and Chris were playing this little game over the weekend or over the week called Second Extinction. There's 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 people in the game. We should do a slightly off-topic night on the Second Extinction. Kill some dinosaurs.
I mean, we should have been doing it with the Rocket League, but
that's true too.
That's neither here nor there.
We could do some video game nights.
We should.
Like I said, dude, I still like my PlayStation. I still like my Switch. I'm not giving about that, but I don't mind broadening my horizons when it comes to something else. So yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
And like I said, 300 is not that bad. I mean, 500 is a little bit too steep for me, but 300, I'm guessing tax free. I'm okay with that.
It will be tax free. I'll talk punch Rhino in the nose. But I gotta say, Pete, once you hop on the Game Pass, it will change your life.
One step at a time here, Ant. One step at a time.
Well,
bro.
Pete, there's no point in buying Xbox if you're not going to get on Game Pass.
This guy's way more excited than I am purchasing this thing. He's all like, "Oh my god!" Oh, like he's already thinking I'm converting him and all that stuff.
I don't think I converted you, Pete. I'm just happy you get to play games with your friends now.
I'm more of like, hey, you know what? That's something I made good money this past year. I can spare $300 on something that I'm
Treat
composed,
yourself.
And I'm not saying Pete couldn't play with his friends on Switch or PlayStation. I'm saying if you have Game Pass, you can play. You'll have all the same games as us because I know you don't buy a lot of games. That's more what I was getting at.
I'm not as big of a video game guy as you guys are. I mean, I do play games, but here and there and all that stuff. So it's kind of like something where, but once I get into a game,
you know what this guy's gonna be playing all the time, Chris? He's been playing goddamn Rare Replay all the time. Watch, that's all he's gonna be on. He's been playing stupid Perfect Dark bots. That's you're gonna see.
That could happen. That could happen. You don't know me, Ant. You don't know me.
Oh, I know you, Pete. If you had freaking a new version of No Mercy, that's all you'd be playing. You'd be creating stupid characters. You'd probably be creating your freaking Kenny Omega. He had the whole AEW roster in No Mercy.
You know what's funny though, bro? You don't even know how much time I put into like No Mercy. I put probably so many hours. Like that in Perfect Dark, I put so many hours into those.
The two games I mentioned, right there. 2 games I mentioned, right there.
Yeah, I put so many hours in those games. It's ridiculous. And even when I had like the GameCube and even the Wii, I still used to play those games a lot. So yeah, I could see that. But it's I don't know, like it's hard for me because like I'll be honest, man, ever since I got my iPhone, man, I've been literally YouTubing and freaking like it's so much. You know what? If we had this when we were kids, dude, we wouldn't get off the damn screen. You know what I'm saying? If we had all this stuff when we were kids.
That's a parent's hardest job, man.
Just yeah,
it's to help your kids like what's the word I'm looking for, like time management.
Oh, definitely,
with all the different stuff.
And you know what's funny? You hit the nail on the head, Ant. I think time management is like the worst thing now. I feel with everything because, like, for instance, there's always a good TV show to watch. There's always a good movie to watch. There's always a good video game to play. There's always something out there to watch or do. That a lot of times it's hard to kind of put some effort into something else. And I think that's my biggest problem because it's easy to kind of like a lot of times I watch a lot of YouTube clips, right? Because I get sucked into that I keep on watching to the point like I'm already an hour into it. And I'm like, dude, I'm wasting my time on this crap when I could have been playing a game or watching a movie or doing something else. And that's one of the biggest problems I think when it comes to time management. It's probably why I'm late all the time because I'm horrible at time management. So, like. To me, like that's one thing. You're right, though. It's hard to have time management nowadays because you get so easily distracted with everything that goes on, and so yeah. But I mean, I like the fact that you have a choice. There's so much choices you have that it's like
there's definitely not a lack of entertainment going around the world. That's for damn sure.
Not at all.
Not at all. All right. Well, I mean, Can we do a spoiler one review of this?
I don't want to ruin it for Pete.
Yeah,
that's the only thing.
That's the thing.
Let's try to do a non-spoiler. I'll let you go first, Chris, since you're kind of new to the cartoons.
Okay, so I mean, I watched first 2 seasons of Clone Wars, so I'm like really new to it. But yeah, Star Wars Bad Batch. I mean, these 5 gentlemen here are pretty much the defective ones of the clones and Clone Wars, and they're pretty much badasses. Each of them have their own skill. They're pretty much like the Ninja Turtles of the Star Wars universe.
Very much so. Each one of them is like over specialized in like one power. I'll let you go ahead and go on that.
But like, I'm not going to say which one because I'm not going to spoil it for Pete. I'm not going to go into details. But the first episode that we got was actually really watchable. It was actually really enjoyable, and it was actually longer than I expected it to be.
Yeah, it was like a feature film almost.
Yeah, it was like an hour and 15 minutes long or something like that. It's pretty long. And I noticed, Anthony, you did post something yesterday saying the fact that Order 66 is kind of like the blip kind of a thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna disagree with you on that. I'm gonna say it's the Civil War of the Star Wars universe, because the fact of like you have the side here is like I don't know what we should be doing. Should we be doing this? And then try to do the right thing. And then you have the other side like, we have our orders. We need to do this, kind of a thing.
It's a split. I mean, there already was a split though. Prior to that, they're already like the whole Clone Wars was kind of.
It was a split, but like
war.
this episode felt like a Civil War conflict.
I guess I compare it to the blip because in one moment, so many lives were
gone,
and important characters too.
Yeah,
like all the Jedi. Like I mean, there were thousands of them, all just gone in one order.
I just wish though, like when it came to the prequels, they did a better job, kind of like getting interested in these characters. I'm pretty sure the Clone Wars did a great job with that.
They do a good job retconning a lot of stuff. To be honest with you, they do a good job retconning a lot of stuff.
But I feel like the Clone Wars probably does a much better job. That's why I think when it happens in the Clone Wars, you actually feel something.
So another kind of thing, like the kind of reason to like back what I said was think of the episode of WandaVision with Monica where she starts out with her mom. That's kind of what this reminded me of. How this episode started.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like a bouncing off like point for different stories.
Yeah,
because even like Jedi Fallen Order when you're playing as God damn it, what's his name?
Cal Calrissian.
Yeah, thank you. That's his jumping off point, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really.
And I remember that scene. That scene was like.
That scene was intense.
Yeah.
That was good stuff, dude. I'm gonna replay that once they come out with the patch.
Did you say that Order 666 is kind of like the Red Wedding of?
It's worse.
It's worse.
Order 66.
Yeah.
Worse than a Red Wedding.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, think about it. Like, I mean, now we're finding out more Jedi survived, but I mean, really, like, before they went back and added Jedi, it was only Obi-Wan and Yoda. Those were the only two we knew about that survived it. Like two, and then like Luke was the New Hope. But I mean, now we know Ahsoka, who is not technically in the Jedi Order, but she's kind of like she survived it. The kid in Bad Batch, I don't know if I'd be ruining anything if I tell you who that is.
I wouldn't do it.
Okay, I won't say anything because Josh, if you watched it, don't say anything either because I know you're a fan of the cartoons as well. Yeah. so I mean now you had Ezra Bridger that you've seen in Rebels, so you know that there's more there's more Jedi out there than we knew. Not too many more, but there's definitely more Jedi out there. And even Cal, and then
it was like thousands of them, wasn't there? At one point.
Yeah, there was. So Chris, I gotta say though, the scene that got me, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So when they first come back, and they're on the cruiser, right? And like they're like, "Oh, what happened?" He's like, "Oh, the war ended." Like whatchamacallit, Obi-Wan defeated General Grievous, and then you see them carrying like the stretcher, and it's like the person's covered up, and then you see their arm fall out, and like they drop a lightsaber. You're like, oh shit! Like that. What a cool moment! Like what good like cinematography for like a cartoon. I was just like, damn, powerful. So
that was a good moment. This is shaping up to be a very good series, and I'm like kind of glad that we got it. And there's gonna be a new episode on Friday, so be on the lookout for that.
So what do you guys? Let me ask something. Out of like 1 out of 10, what do you give it?
It's a solid 8.
Yeah, I would agree. An 8. The like my negative is that it's a cartoon in the fact that they have these strong personalities where like they can almost seem dumb at some points. Like it's like the guy that's the demolition guy. He's like really like I don't know. Like sometimes he's like over the top, like and he comes off as stupid. But it's like a cartoon thing. Like cartoons always do that where they have like really strong personalities.
Do you think it's more mature than Clone Wars season 1? Because I think Clone Wars is one kind of seemed very cartoony.
This is definitely along the lines of where Clone Wars left off.
Yes.
It feels like you're watching like a Titan AE kind of movie, like you're not watching something
like an anime nowadays, like a Dragon Ball Z, almost in a way.
Yeah, it's
not like just for kids.
It's not aimed for younger kids, no. But it still has like animation elements,
kid
to
features.
it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I would give it an 8 mostly because the fact that like I didn't expect it. I was like, oh, cool, and I know it's gonna be animated and whatnot. I know it's gonna be for kids, but for me, I felt the animation didn't match fully of what was going on screen. I thought the animation could have been done better. But that's literally my only gripe I had.
There's another cool crossover character too that you'll get to see. I'm not going to ruin it. He's in multiple different versions of Star Wars though. So
are you talking about what's the name? Grand Moff Tarkin?
No,
he's in it, but no, someone else.
Oh, somebody else that is not that we haven't seen before. Okay.
Oh no, you have seen before.
No, but not in the trailer, right?
Not in the trailer.
Right?
Not that I don't think he was in the trailer.
And even as a character wise, I was like, oh, that doesn't look like him, but okay.
All right. Cool.
So, yeah.
I'm actually gonna. Now you got me all excited to watch this. Now.
Yeah, it's good. You'll like it.
Like I said, I can watch it without having to finish Clone Wars, right?
Yeah. Well, for me, since I never finished it, I believe so. Yes.
It might be enhanced if you finished it, but like Chris said, that he watched it and didn't feel lost. So that's
okay. Cool.
Yeah. So,
all right. Cool. I'll definitely try to watch it this week.
Okay. Next up. Ooh, the review. Pete, did you watch it?
I did. I finished it. That's why I'm a little bit late. It was a little late because it was like 2 hours and 30 minutes. So
time management.
Time management.
I unfortunately only got about 45 minutes in, so I didn't watch it. But I will throw my little 2 cents in there before you guys talk about the rest of it. Okay. His conversation with the lady
Cat.
She's like
the woman.
The woman. She's like
the higher up, kind of like
like since I've already watched it once.
Priya.
They made all the conversations up to that point like made so much more sense than the first time I watched it.
So I do feel like this is a movie you got to rewatch again because I felt like
yes.
I'll be honest, like the first half of the movie, I'm kind of like little lost or a little kind of like
a little lost. No, you should.
Lost.
Yeah, I was gonna say, go ahead and be honest, Pete. No one's gonna be mad.
No, I'll be honest. You felt a little lost. I was just kind of not like it. It just seemed it was going all these places, but then like I feel like once you probably watch, you need I think you need to watch it again to kind of like make more sense. Yeah. Because I felt like it's definitely a movie you have to rewatch over and all that stuff. I can just tell just by certain scenes in the movie.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I believe the protagonist, whatever, I guess that's his character's name, John David Washington's character name. Like where they fight, like the first time he's fighting like this guy in the black suit, like in a mask and all that. And then you realize it's actually him. They're fighting each other. Like they're both like this, they're both fighting each other and all that stuff. So, but like, here's my takes on the movie. Just kind of like, John David Washington, pretty damn good in the movie. Like I thought him and Robbie Pattinson were damn good as like the stars in the movie. I thought they did a good job. Kenneth Branagh was a really good villain. John David Washington, I swear to God, so he doesn't look like his dad. I guess he's got more his mom's looks, but he sounds just like his dad. I actually thought like it sounds like you hear Denzel, like if you close your eyes, you hear Denzel's voice. Sounds just like his dad. So, but I thought,
I'll be honest, Pete, if you want to see him in something that's like different than this, and he's really good, and you should watch Ballers on HBO.
Yeah.
He's really good on that show. He probably actually steals the show more than The Rock does.
He does. It definitely scenes between them two. He definitely steals the scenes more.
Yeah, you should check out Ballers. He's kind of like the prima donna wide receiver on Ballers.
The Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
Of a show.
Yep.
and It's funny though, because I bet you that character is completely different from his character in 10.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yes. And he pulls off both excellently.
It goes to show that this guy has range. Then he has a
Yeah.
lot of range when it comes to acting. But I can tell though, because like the movie itself and how like it was presented, the movie and his character and all that, I can tell that he's definitely a good actor. He has like those acting chops. I mean, of course, it's Denzel's kid. You would think that.
It's funny though. He's like, who do I have to study for my role in Ballers? Okay, Terrell Owens, Randy Moss, Antonio Brown, Odell Beckham. Okay, good. I'm gonna put all them in one, and that's gonna be my character.
But yeah, John David Washington is definitely. But you know what's funny though? The one thing I noticed about it, I mean, for some reason, it's one of the things I noticed. So I thought he was pretty short, but he's 5'9", so it's not that short. But I realized the girl Kat, the main actress, she's 6'3", actually. She's tall woman, dude. And that's why, because I saw scenes between her and him, and I'm like, dude, he's really short. And then you realize, no, she's really tall. So especially in those heels, dude, she's extremely tall. So I'm like, wow, okay. So that's, he was very good
to get that door open. So yeah, and the corridor open when she was like handcuffed.
Yeah, dude, she realized how tall she is. She's like 6'3". With the heels, she's like 6'5", man. She's extremely tall. Yeah. So, but no, he was really good in the movie. Robert Pattinson's really good. You can definitely tell it's a Christopher Nolan movie by the style. Like you can tell the scenes, everything about it just seems. Definitely. You can see the Nolan style.
The music and everything.
The music.
Yep. It was done by someone different. It wasn't done by Hans Zimmer.
But it's the way he like gets his movies scored. It's still like very
the same.
Yes, it has you can tell music is important to him. Like when he's putting scenes together.
Because it's actually the Ludwig Gustafsson did the music. Who does the music for The Mandalorian?
Okay. Dude, I really like I was actually paying attention to the music a lot in the beginning scenes where they were where they like did the infiltration of the playhouse.
Yeah.
And dude, like that was like the music was really good. Like I liked how it like changed it changed vibes like where the camera was in the building, and it was I was like that's really good, like really good like camera work in music like to put with it.
But so. Yeah, you can definitely tell the cinematography, everything about the movie. It feels like, I mean, if you watch Inception or the Dark Knight trilogy or any of these movies, you can tell it has the same. You can see how it's a Christopher Nolan movie, but but the story itself is extremely complicated and very intricate.
Yes,
extremely intricate, and I feel like something you have to rewatch a couple of times in order to get it. It's probably one of his most ambiguous, or not ambiguous, I should say. I'm sorry, most ambitious movies.
Yeah,
Christopher Nolan, because I feel it's one of the movies where it's something where I feel it's ahead of its time. I feel it's a movie that maybe like a few years from now, people are going to look back and be like, "Oh, that's a great movie," because I don't think people get it just yet.
I think you got to watch it more than once.
Yeah, but people don't get the whole concept of it because it's time travel, and his version of time travel is completely different from what everybody did about time travel.
Yeah,
instead of like. It's like and we always kind of try to make sense of time travel, how it makes sense or not make sense, but everything what happens already happens. It's just like going in reverse, you know. But everything seems to what already happened. So, but everything like when it does happen, it goes in reverse because it's happening already. Right. So it's his, and maybe because Nolan is very good when it comes to, he always tackles a genre. And tackles it in his point of view and his version of genres. When it comes to like comic book movies, Dark Knight is his version. What he thinks the comic book movies are. When it comes to, I haven't seen. What was it? Interstellar. But I know that's his version. Yeah, I know. But I know that's his version of what space travel, everything about it, or his version of like Inception with the dream sequence and everything else. And he always tackles his movies
with time.
And, what's that?
Three movies. You got Inception, Interstellar, and Tenet all deal with time.
In a sense, yes.
In their own sense of time, and a version of time. Like Inception, you have like you go in a dream within a dream, where you slow down time. And in Interstellar, you go in the space travel and you land on the planet, your time moves so quickly on that planet to the point where everyone will be like everyone you know, as far as like our age, would be dead when he gets off that planet.
That's such like a weird concept, though. It's like hard for me to grasp.
Yeah, and then with this movie, it's like you're not going back in time. You're going reverse into time, and then you pick out what you want to what you would change, and it's just like what the freak.
Well, and you kind of hit the nail on the head. Time is a concept, though. Really, it's not. It's something that exists, or it's something that's like literally we make it and all that. Because think about it. Really, the way we base time is through like the sun. You know how it revolves around the.
Well, that's why that's why I
such...
never understood like how they talk about like you. How could you have a show that's like, you know, let's say Battlestar Galactica? You can't really say hours, minutes, and seconds because what does it mean?
Sure.
Like what are you what are you basing it off of? You can say, oh, it took me 10 years to get here. Well, what's 10 years?
It's a measurement for us. Like we have, whoever created it's a measurement of how we measure time. Doesn't mean it's actually that's why when it comes to time travel, does it really exist, or is it something that we it's something that it's almost fictional in a sense, but in some ways could it be something that's real? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's all a concept. But I think with Nolan though, when it comes to that, he makes like it's his interpretation of what he thinks time travel will be, which I like because it's something that nobody's ever done before.
No.
And I love that, the fact that he kind of comes up with this. And it's very complicated to watch this, but I think you need to watch a couple of times to understand it. And I think that's what's so cool about it. It's something where, like I say, when you watch any of his movies, you're going to watch something that you've never seen before. Because he does his vision of what he does is like something that like I said, completely different.
Completely different. Did you notice Robert Pattinson in the beginning of the movie?
Was he in the Opera House?
Yes.
Man, you see, I gotta rewatch it again.
So when you first see when you first see John David Washington running through the Opera House, and you see him stop at a bomb, and because you see someone pointing a gun at his head, and he's like sitting there saying like just look away, you don't have to do this. But then you see a bullet trying to like forming back and then pulling out, and then the guy being shot pointing a gun at him, and you see the other guy running, like you see the other guy's like, oh, okay, he's shot, let me run downstairs. And when he's running downstairs, you see the back of his backpack has that chain link thing that Noah had. So Robert Pattinson was in the beginning who saved him.
You know what's funny though? Like, so in the end of the movie, I like how you said that it was the protagonist, his character's name, John David Washington, but he calls himself the protagonist. Actually, he's the one who recruited was Noah, I believe his character's name.
Noah.
He won who recruited him. So, and I love how he says, so it's the beginning meeting him, but it's actually the end of like their relation. It's not like they already met before. They already actually had a big long-term relationship, a friendship, I should say.
Yeah.
But it's like it hasn't happened yet, not to the protagonist in a point of view. So yeah, it's very interesting when you look at it. But like I said, it's a movie that you have to rewatch, I think, a couple of times to actually get it. It's kind of like Fight Club in a sense.
Yeah.
Where I feel like you got to rewatch Fight Club in order to actually understand the movie. Because a lot of people, the viewers, first time watching it, you're kind of like, what is going on here? I don't get this.
To get the full scope of it.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, like I said, I think movies like that is always very challenging because it challenges you the way you think. It challenges the interpretation. And like I said, I got to rewatch this again because I didn't feel the full effect of it. So
now knowing that, what I just told you, you'll be looking out for more things later on.
And I think that's what I'm saying though. I think if you're gonna watch this movie, definitely give it a chance. I understand that it's gonna be because as I said, you're gonna feel lost. It's gonna feel very complicated. It feels like something where it jumps around a lot, and the jumping around. One thing I noticed though too, I was rewatching this part where they're in the scene where it's Robert Pattinson, the cat, the girl, and then John David Washington's character, and then that ship. And if you look at the background, it looks like you see this object matter, but it keep on going back and forth. Like it keeps on kind of reversing back and forth, like they're stuck in time. Honestly, if you notice that, if you look at the background in the window, this object matter keeps on going back and then reversing back, like they're stuck in time and all when they're in that ship.
Huh.
Yeah, rewatch that. Yeah, because
I've
seen that. I'm like saying like that thing is going and then reversing and going and reversing. It's keep on going in like circles, you know.
Yeah.
So
like it's on a loop.
Yeah, on a loop. Yes, it was going on a loop. Yes, it kept on going on a loop. So if you watch that scene again, I mean, yeah, you'll see that. So yeah, it's definitely a movie I feel like you're gonna watch a couple times. And probably a movie that if you watch it a few times, you're gonna probably notice different things, you know, every single time. So I think this is probably one of his most. It's probably not gonna be the most liked movie from him.
No.
I know a lot of people probably have mixed feelings about this movie, but I think it's his most ambitious movie because he definitely took a chance in this and said, like, this is the movie I want to do, regardless of what people think of it. And sometimes I feel like as a director, you have to do these things because you have to take chances, because I feel like later on, who knows, they might become a huge classic or very, adored because of like things that people did not notice the first time.
Yeah.
And then the song that they used by Travis Scott, he did his they brought him in for him to watch the movie. He watched the movie and he's like, oh, okay. But then Christopher Nolan was like, so I want you to make a song for this movie. And so like literally he saw the movie once and literally made a song, and they sprinkled that song throughout the whole entire movie. They even used his voice as like some parts in the movie, especially during ship sequence, not the ship sequence, but their freeway sequence.
So let me ask you something, Chris. The way they film the fight scenes and some of these scenes, it's all like, I guess, all in the reverse. They film the thing and then do everything in reverse.
Yes. So John did all of his stunts, and then like he was choreographing with someone else, but like they did everything. They fought and then they fought in reverse. So he was actually fighting in reverse at times when he actually you're seeing his face. He was actually fighting in reverse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that must be extremely difficult. Holy crap, man! I couldn't even imagine how difficult that fight scene must have been choreographed if he's doing everything in reverse.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Freaking ridiculous. But it's a great movie. Go check it out if you haven't watched it. It is on now HBO Max. Went on there May 1st, so be sure to check that out. Also, as well, I mean, Wonder Woman 1984 is coming back to HBO Max later this month.
Nice.
Cool.
So, gentlemen, what have we been playing? I'll go first by saying I've been playing freaking Returnal. That freaking game.
And?
I enjoy it, but I cannot beat it. I am not going to beat this game. It is hard. It is definitely hard for sure. It's not something that there's no save points in this game. Well, at least not in the
really.
I heard some of the runs could take up to 3 hours with no save points. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So imagine running through for 3 hours and then you die. How heated will you be?
Extremely.
Yes. And pretty much have to run through everything again just in order to get back to where you were. Like beat a couple bosses and then go back to where. And the bosses, mind you, I haven't even beaten the first boss. Like there's like he goes at full health 3 times. I've only gotten oh no, Pete's gone. I've only gotten him down twice.
Oh my gosh. So
like, yeah. It is very hard, it is very difficult, but it is a fun game. I think of it kind of like an arcade / kind of a game.
Gotcha.
Kind of like a Galaga kind of thing, but it's like in 3D third person world kind of thing. So it's kind of like Uncharted, but you're moving really fast. You run really fast. You can jump. You can slide. You can pick up different weapons. You can pick up different items. Whatnot. You can take different things with you into battle. Also, think about this game. You have to pick and choose which ones will help you and which ones will hurt you, because there are things you can pick up, but like that will hurt you, but it will actually be a benefit to you. And there's chests that you open up is either be like, is that going to help me or is that going to hurt me? And you pick it up and you're like, this is the choice I make because this is going to hurt me. And it'll be like a malfunction in a suit where you have like less damage or you take more damage, or like your melee cooldown is actually maybe longer than what it usually is. It's different things like that. It is a fun game, don't get me wrong, but I know for sure I am not going to beat this game. It is that hard. And that's all I've been playing.
All right.
Outside of normal.
I'll go next. I beat the second Batman Telltale series, The Enemy Within. I will not do any spoilers on it. It has a very good story. The end's really good. I'm not gonna ruin anything, not gonna say anything because I know you guys might want to play it. I don't know if you've played it, Chris.
Yeah, I beat it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know Pete's been saying he wanted to play it and he doesn't he hasn't seen it yet. So I won't say anything. It's good though. It's just as good as the first one.
Nice.
I've also started a Remedy game from the Xbox 360 era.
Alan Wake?
Yes. I started Alan Wake, and it leaves Game Pass in 10 days. So I decided, hey, what better time than now to start playing it so I can.
You have never played it?
No.
Oh my god.
It is pretty good.
Yeah,
it's a damn good game.
It is. I say it's the adult version of Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah.
Because basically how you attack people is you have to shine your flashlight on them. Then their like shield goes away and then you shoot them.
Yep.
That is funny.
So it's like, yeah, it's adult Luigi's Mansion. So yeah, it's really good. The story's really good so far. It's about a writer who he's like going with his wife to this little town cabin thing, and then
for him to write, to like, because he has like writer blocks or whatever, and so he's going to this town to write. And
yeah, it's very like Stephen King-ish. Like his people and his books start coming to life and like trying to like harm them, and it's good. It's really good though. I'm enjoying it. Never played it before. Remedy makes some pretty good games though. I'm actually becoming a fan. I heard Control's awesome.
You've never like wait a minute. So you've never played any of the Max Paynes?
Nope.
Wow.
Whoa!
You call yourself a video game guy? Never played Max Payne?
Mind blown.
Wow. Max Payne, Ant?
Huh?
I thought you played Max Payne.
Nope.
Ah. Okay.
Wow. All right. All right.
Let me see. Remedy games. I'll tell you what I've played from them. I played Quantum Break, which was okay. Now I played Alan Wake. Never played Max Payne. Never played Max Payne 2. Never played Death Rally. I did pick up Control. I just haven't played it yet. Didn't they do another game that I played?
No, those are the only games they actually think that they've made.
Yeah.
I played Max Payne so many goddamn times. I've actually bootlegged it when I was a kid. I was playing it on my computer.
2001 it came out. Max Payne.
Yep. And then like shortly after that came out the second one, which was freaking amazing within itself as well.
Like, you know what? You know why he didn't play that? Because it was on the Xbox, and he didn't like Xbox at the time. It was about the Xbox.
It was everywhere. It was everywhere.
Was it on PlayStation?
Yeah.
Well, he didn't like PlayStation at the time too. It was all about Nintendo.
I was all about Nintendo at that period in my life. That's true. I've moved on though. I've seen the light.
Thank you for seeing the light.
Anyways.
Anyway, that's all you've been playing, sir?
Yeah, that's all I've been playing.
What about you, Pete?
So I played a little bit more Smash. I've been playing Smash, but also I started a new game on the Switch that I got on some discount. Got a discount. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. I think that's if you play that game. Oops, sorry, if you play that game or not. So I was playing a little bit of that just to try it out because I never played a Dragon Ball Z game ever. So I played a little bit of that, dude. Okay, so like I start off, it's kind of different because I thought it was a fighting game, but it's not. It's actually more of like it's a fighting game, but it's more like
story based.
Was that
story based, right?
Yeah, story based, very story based. I don't know how the load times are on the PS4 and all that, but I thought the load times were pretty kind of bad. It feels like every scene you have to like have a little loading. It's not like that bad, but it's just like a literally like 5, 10
enough
seconds.
For you to notice. Enough for you to notice and be like,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So like, it's cool because if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, it kind of feels like really cool, nostalgic feeling because you start out as like your own character, so you can pick either a Saiyan or a Majin Buu or one of those characters and all that stuff. So you pick one of those and you start off as your own character. You make up a name up and whatever. And it's cool because you go back to some of the stories from like the beginning. Like I guess you time travel, so you go back to certain stories from the Dragon Ball Z and try to stop certain things from happening. So but it gets kind of cool because like I like the fights. The fights are pretty cool. And I got to the point where you actually fight Vegeta and Nappa, and they turn into the great apes, and you fighting them and all that. So I got to that part. Overall, it's kind of easy at first, so like the fights are pretty easy for me to figure. But that was kind of a little challenging. So I'm kind of there right now, but it's cool. It's fun. I mean, I'm not really a fan of the load times, and I feel like they put so much. Like it's a game that you get it really in because they have the shops and everything else. You can get really into it. But I'm more like I want to get to the gameplay,
Yeah.
And so, but overall, it's a fun game for kids and all that stuff. I'm not like it's not something where I feel it's great. It's not like oh man, this is a great game, but definitely cool.
So pretty much like a not garbage time, fill your garbage time, but it's like something like a guilty pleasure, I guess you want to.
It's just something like exactly. If you want to just pick up and play it, you can. It's not something where I feel like I need to be fully committed to a game. Like certain like playing Arkham Asylum not too long ago. Like I was literally nonstop playing that game. Like I was full blown in playing that game. I couldn't stop it because that's how good the Arkham games are. But this is more like you want to pick it up, play it a little bit, and then put it down. It's fine. It's not it's good for playing for a couple of like maybe an hour and then put it down and play something else and all that stuff. It doesn't have anything where you feel like, oh man, this story is getting really good and intense. Not like the Uncharted and other things I've played before. So,
all right. So then, what have you been watching?
What have I been watching? Well, that's good. Good segue. So I watched Thor Ragnarok again for some reason, and it's still a really good movie. Right? That's definitely it. Still like keeps my attention going. Watch Hoodlum, an old like 1994 movie with Lawrence Fishburne and Tim Roth. Good movie. It actually talks about the oh my goodness, I forgot his gangster name. Lawrence Fishburne, but he is a gangster from Harlem, a real gangster from Harlem, who goes against. It does go. It's like with Lucky Luciano, and I forgot his name though. He was like a famous gangster back then, and he kind of has like a gang war with some other guy, with Tim Roth's character in Harlem and all that. So it's a good movie, really cool movie. And also watch episode 1 of Dark Side of the Ring. I watched part 1 of Brian Pillman, who, he was kind of like people call him the Kurt Cobain of wrestling back in the 90s because how wild and not Kurt Cobain like him, but he kind of changed like the way perspective of wrestling at that time, like how crazy his gimmick was and all this other stuff. So it's a really interesting story. Seen part 1. Really, what's cool about it, and not to give anything away because I think Anthony's going to go.
I'll eventually watch it.
But I feel like one of the most interesting parts about that story is something that I didn't know about him. It's like I guess he's kind of a ladies' man, and he had kids with a couple of women, different women, and all that stuff. And like he had 5 kids, and I'm not going to give away any of but one of the girls he was involved in didn't end well, so I'm not going to try to give away that story. But it's definitely interesting thing about his life and everything else is definitely worth watching. And besides Tenet and everything else, that's about it.
All right.
I haven't watched anything but what we like talked about, like Bad Batch, and then my normal like Mighty Ducks and stuff. So, but I didn't watch any movies or anything.
Invincible. Watched all of Invincible.
Oh, dude, I heard that's. Don't say anything, but I heard that the ending is awesome.
The finale. Oh my gosh.
So I guess I need to watch this.
Yes. Like, did you enjoy The Boys? Let me ask.
I did. I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay, so imagine The Boys born on an animated scale,
Okay.
but without the raunchy.
Okay.
So
Just
the violence, but the violence, just not the violence.
Violence.
Yeah.
Minus the raunchy with the violence.
Okay.
Yeah.
And maybe even with more violence because the fact that since it's animated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Invincible is freaking amazing, and
That's Amazon, right?
Yes, and
Okay.
it just got renewed for 2 more seasons. So, yeah, is that Walton? No, that's not Walton Goggins. Sorry, my TV is going on. But other than that, really, besides the fact of what we've been talking about, I haven't watched anything. Yes, Devin, great show, Invincible.
How many episodes is this season? 7 or 8?
6. No, 8. 8.
Okay, because I watched the first 3 episodes, so I got to keep on watching.
Yeah.
But I mean,
you watched the first. You watched the first 3.
Yes.
So you know about the brutality.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, imagine that brutality, but then continued on.
Oh my god! Like it's a really great show and all that, and I think it keeps the thing about it though. It's not just I won't say that it's a violent show. The story is really good though. I think the story with like the main character and all that stuff, and like it like I said, it keeps a mystery going too, which I think is really cool. Like the mystery and everything about because so yeah, it's an excellent show. I don't want to feel like people deter people, be like, oh, it's just another violent show. No, it's actually a good story too. So
I'll have to check it out. I've heard nothing but good things about it, so I will definitely give it a try.
And I think the comic series is still going on, from what I understand. Robert Kirkman.
I think he ended it, maybe. But there's a lot of
long comic series, right?
Yeah, it's a long comic book series. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we shall see. But other than that, gentlemen, that's all I have. Unless you guys have anything else.
I do not.
Hey, I gotta admit though, we're talking about NFL. How do you guys feel about NFL draft?
Oh, I like that the Giants traded back, picked up picks for next year. I'm happy with that.
Mm.
You happy that you might pick up Aaron Rodgers?
No, I'd rather have Russell Wilson. Come on home, Russell. Come on home. Danger, Russ. Come on home.
I mean, I'm satisfied with my picks. I'm okay with it.
I like the fact that Jets focus on all offense, like the first 4 picks. I think something that I feel like if you're going to draft a quarterback first round, you'd better get some help for him. So I'm really happy with that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, they could do it, and then everybody ends up to be garbage. So we'll see what happens this season. But we'll see.
We'll see. So we'll see. But other than that, that is all we have for you guys this evening. I am King Black Cherry.
YouTube.
The real Ant-Man.
Catch you guys next week on a new episode. We're reviewing.
What one, Chris? Easy
A.
Oh, hey, what's the next week's vote?
It's a good movie, actually.
The next voting will start tonight. It'll be against Pretty Woman versus Runaway Bride.
Oh, God.
Julia Roberts. So Julia Roberts versus Julia Roberts.
Well, Julia Roberts and Richard Gere, both of them are both in both movies.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Julia Roberts and Richard Gere. Hey, go watch AEW Dynamite, Blood and Guts. Go watch it.
I'm good.
Oh,
I'll go watch NXT